Hello everyone, welcome to my channel INFY. In this video we're going to see how to implement queue using STL in C++. So these are the 7 main methods given to us by STL to implement the queue data structure. And the first method is push, which allows us to insert an element to the end of the queue. And the next method is pop, which allows us to remove an element from the front of the queue. And the next method is empty, which returns the value whether 0 or 1. 0 refers to whether the queue is not empty, and 1 refers to if this empty method returns 1, that means the queue is empty. And the next method is size, which returns the size of the queue. And the next method is swap, which is used to swap two queues if the if the two queues are of same type, although the size of the two queues may differ. And the next method is front, which returns as the a reference to the front of the queue. And the next method is back, which gives us the reference to the back of the queue. And this queue data structure follows the principle FIFO, which is first in and first out, which means the element which is entering first will come out first. So now let's implement this queue data structure with STL. So first I'm going to include some libraries, and obviously I'm going to include queue. Okay, so now I'm going to write the main function. So now I'm going to take the size of the queue as a input from the user. So let's say cout, enter the size of the queue. Okay, let's store it in the size variable. So now I'm going to take the elements for the queue, enter the elements for the queue. Okay, so before this I'm going to declare the queue of type int and call it as queue. Okay, so now I'm going to use a for loop to take the elements as the input into the queue. Let's say I less than size I plus plus, so I'm going to take t and store in t. So now I'm going to say queue dot push, which appends to the queue, and call it as t. Okay, so now I'm going to say cout front, and I'm going to say queue dot front, and again I'm going to say cout back, which gives us the last element of the queue, and also I'm going to say cout size, which gives the size of the queue, and also I'm going to check out the empty method whether the queue is empty or not. It should return 0 as of here. Okay, so and now I'm going to display the queue, print all the elements of the queue. So I'm going to use the empty method for the queue and say while queue is not empty, execute this while block. So first I'm going to say cout let's say queue dot front, which means I'm going to say print out the front element of the queue. So after printing the front element, I'm going to say queue dot pop, which means remove that front element. So with this, what this does is it is going to display the entire queue, as well as it is going to empty the entire queue. So at last I'm going to say return 0. So let's save this and build. Okay, you need to use using namespace std, and let me run it again. Enter the size of the queue, 5 elements of the queue, again 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. See, as you can see, we have got the front back size 5, and here it is saying empty as 0. 0 means the queue is not empty. If we get 1 here, the queue is empty. And we are going to display here, we are displaying the queue. So we are getting the elements, we are getting the front element for the current queue on every while loop iteration. So we are printing all the queue elements, and this is how you implement queue data structure with help of STL in C++. That's it. Thank you for watching this video.